I am Sandra Thompson. I am a local attorney, Pennsylvania attorney. Also, I am president of the York NAACP and first vice president of the NAACP for the Pennsylvania State Conference. I am going to be introducing you to Sadie Tanner Mossell Alexander. Sadie Tanner Mossell, who later became Sadie Tanner Mossell Alexander, was born on January 2nd, 1898 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Sadie's father was the first African American to graduate from the University of Pennsylvania School of Law, and his brother, her uncle, Nathan Mossell, was the first African American to graduate from the University of Pennsylvania School of Medicine. But it was Sadie who had the honor of becoming the first African American woman in the United States to earn a Ph.D. After attending the M Street School, also known as the Dunbar High School in Washington, D.C., Sadie continued her education at the University of Pennsylvania. She earned a B.S. in education, a master's degree in economics in 1919, and then her doctorate in 1921. But she did not stop there. In 1927, she was the first African American woman to earn a law degree at Penn, passed the bar, and practiced law in Pennsylvania. Also, in 1927, Sadie joined her husband, Raymond Pace Alexander, in his law firm. Sadie was appointed the first African-American woman assistant city solicitor for the city of Philadelphia, where she served until 1931, then again from 1936 to 1940. From 1943 to 1947, Sadie was the first woman to serve as secretary of the National Bar Association. Both Sadie and Raymond were active in civil rights, and her work was so important that in 1947, she was appointed to the President's Committee on Civil Rights by President Harry S. Truman. The committee's report to secure these rights served as the foundation of the civil rights movement in America and was the basis for future civil rights policy decisions and legislation. In 1949, Sadie chaired a special committee of the Fellowship Commission that was to ensure provisions guaranteeing equal treatment and equal opportunity in the city's administration. It was the Fellowship Commission which called for the formation of the Philadelphia Commission on Human Relations in 1952. Sadie served on that commission until 1958. In 1959, Sadie opened her own private law firm after her husband was appointed the first African-American judge in the Philadelphia Court of Common Pleas. In 1976, Sadie was appointed chairperson for the White House Conference on Aging by President Jimmy Carter. Sadie privately practiced law until 1982, when she retired at about 84 years old. Besides the many firsts accomplished in her lifetime until her death in 1989, Sadie Tanner Mossell Alexander was also awarded 7 honorary doctorate degrees, had a professorship named after her at the University of Pennsylvania that still continues today, and is referred to as Sweet Sadie by the women of the historically black sorority Delta Sigma Theta, for whom she was the first national president. I was actually intrigued by this assignment to read about Sadie Tanner Mossell Alexander. I mean, because she was an attorney, and that is what I am, and the challenges that she went through of being so many firsts in her field and being the late 1800s, early 1900s, and this is 2014, and we're still having so many firsts of African American accomplishments, and to see that her tenacity of how she pushed through those firsts and saying that she did not walk alone, that she walked with God. So I think that actually was inspirational on so many levels. So I was so thankful to hear her story. And also being from Philadelphia as I am, I hadn't heard that. I didn't really remember growing up. And I graduated high school in 1986. So her story was so recent then. And I don't remember learning about her. So I'm glad to have learned her story.